Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use your Market Research Gameplan worksheet. So this is just a little tool. I'm going to pull it up for you right now. This is just a little tool that we've created just to make sure that you guys are actually keeping track of what you're targeting so that you don't end up targeting the same stuff over and over and over again and wondering why it's not working for you. Lots of our students have had this problem so far, and this is how we've ended up solving it for them. Is pretty much just when you can see what you've actually been targeting. If you write down only 3 things in natural targeting and you just keep targeting those things, then chances are your results are going to be pretty poor. So we just want to have this visual representation, and it's kind of an accountability thing where you can actually see everything you've targeted because you could just put a little check mark beside it after you've tried it. And it just keeps you accountable, and it makes sure that your pixel is actually getting a lot of different data and not just the same stuff all the time. And this is really, really key to having a successful, just a good pixel in general. So let's jump into it. First of all, over here, just want to let you guys know that we have just a little graphic here drawn up of all the different types of things that could fall under natural and unnatural targets. So this is just going to serve as a nice little reminder of all the types of things that you can search for related to your niche. So you could do celebrities related to your niche, you could do stores related to your niche, magazines, there's always broad targeting. You can do associations, brands, fields of study. You can do equipment that has to do with your niche. TV, movies, fan pages, websites, just a ton of stuff. So this is kind of a little reminder in case you ever get bogged down and stuck that there's just an infinite world of possibilities of stuff to target out there. So I'm going to jump right in and show you guys how to put this thing to use. So let's go. So I'm in Facebook here, the ads manager. So remember last video how I just went over how to do some targeting stuff? So we're just going to kick this self-sufficiency out of here, and we're going to do for the dating niche. So first of all, we want to target probably women for the dating niche because if you're doing the text chemistry offer anyway, if you're doing how to get your ex back, you can do men or women. So just going to reset to the default, 18 to 65 women, United States. But we're going to focus more on the targeting here. So I'm just going to type in dating because I already know that this is a big interest. So as you can see, there's a lot of reach here in dating, and this is like what it's all about, right? Women who are into dating. That's who are going to buy a dating offer for women. So 29 million people. This is a good one. So I'm just going to pull up my sheet and I'm going to type in dating into my natural targets because obviously dating is going to be a natural target for dating offer. So now, since dating's already in here, I'm going to click my suggestions. So falling in love, that's another natural target. I'm going to kick dating out of here, and falling in love, 2.9 million people are falling under this interest. So that's another natural target. Falling in love. So we have 2 natural targets that we're going to go test. Click suggestions again. Romance, love. Plug that in there, and we're going to plug that into the sheet as well because it's actually got some good reach to it. So romance, love. And we're just going to do a couple more. So love, super easy. Love. And let's say single, because obviously we're going to want to target single people for a dating offer. So 18 million people, good enough for me. So I'm going to type in single, and then I'm going to leave a note for myself here that this is a relationship status that I'm targeting. So just to keep tabs. Now let's look for some unnatural targets. So let's say I want to take romance. So I'm going to take romance, and I'm going to plug that into my audience insights. So we're going to go over here, and just like I showed you guys last time, we're going to throw it into the interest. So romance, love. Select it, and we're going to want to select women. because that's our dating offer. It's just going to pull all this data up. And so we go over to relationship status. So most of the women that are into romance are married. So obviously we're not going to want to target married women for a dating offer. So single is next at 30%. So that's quite a large portion. So we're going to maybe want to target single. So I could just take this and plug it into the sheet. So I'm going to open up the sheet and just paste it. It's really dark, so I'm going to type it. Single. And I'll go back. Now over here, there's some job titles. So administrative services seems to be really, really popular. So 34% of women who are into romance are in administrative services. So probably going to want to test that. So I'm going to go back to the sheet and we're going to go paste that in. So administrative services. And now let's go back to our audience insights and go to some page likes. So women's clothing store, the Mint Julep Boutique. So I'm just going to copy this because it's number 1, and we're going to go see if it's actually worth some reach on here. So plug that in. So it's got 2.6 million people. So here, 1.3 million women. So that's great. So we're going to plug that into our sheet. So I'm just going to paste that in, and we'll go back to our audience insights. Number 2, so maybe let's just take Lane Bryant just for the sake of this example, and we're going to go plug him back in to our targeting. So let's see if anybody likes this. Oops. So 6.5 million people, 2.8 million over here, so that's good enough for me. And it's another unnatural target down, and we're just going to go grab one more. So page likes, for example, we could do, adore me. So I'm just going to remember that. Adore me. And it's got some good reach on it. So I'm going to go back over here. So adore me, the page. And this is pretty much all you're going to do with the sheet, guys. So it's not super complicated stuff. It's just a way to keep track of all the interests that you'll be targeting. So, and this is just a few, right? Like this is just off of romance. So if we go back to audience insights and we target something else, we'll have a whole different, ballpark. So what about the bars interest? Because single people are usually into bars. So we can go over here, and as you can see, it's just completely different. Ulta Beauty. We can go grab this, copy it, and see if there's any reach on it. So 27 million people. This is just a glitch, but 27 million, that's a lot. So you can go plug that into our sheet as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. So you want to use this sheet, keep track of all your natural and unnatural targets. And honestly, this is just a great way to, if you're out doing some market research, it's late at night or something, you're not going to remember all of the golden nuggets that you're going to dig up. So that's what this sheet is good for. It's good for hiding those little gems away until you get to the point where you're actually going to run some ads with them, and then they'll be there for as long as you need them. And you can keep track of what's working and what's not working. And you can just leave yourself notes right there, put check marks beside it. So definitely make good use of this tool, guys.